Hello, this is Jerry. In this video, I will show you how to create a circle in CSS. We need, inside the style sheet tag, we need an element that can take a width property, a height property, and a border radius property at the very least to make a circle. And I will choose the div element. The div element is essentially the common use that has been used in every web page for breaking up sections, laying out the page, maybe making shapes, other shapes like. But the div element is commonly used and by many web developers, web designers, and so forth. So the div element, so we call the div element selector, get the curly braces, and inside the body tag, of course, everything that you state in the body tag will be shown on the screen. So we need to call the div element, we need to state that line, and then so inside the curlies we need the properties and values to describe the div element. So we want like the width. I'll set this to 600 pixels. Height 600 pixels. Both the width and the height must be the same, so that once they are the same, they are already. This is already a perfect square. And so once we state the border radius property. Let's see. Radius. We take half of every corner, every corner, the four corners, the top left, top right, and bottom left. Vertical or horizontal axis, or you can say, or horizontal lines, the point that the center point where both vertical and horizontal line meets for all, and each border radius will meet halfway of the div element, and so it makes a perfect circle. And I'll show you more on that once we open the web page. We take 50% off every border radius off of every corner, or you can say 300 pixels, because it's half of the width and the height. So you leave it at 50%. So okay, we can have the border width if we want, say 40 pixels. Then we can have a border style. Set that to solid. Background color. Give this a green. Okay, so you can go ahead and save it, run it, launch it in Chrome. As you can see, it's a perfect circle. So hit F12, developer tools, for a moment. Let's go to this element, and I'll show you the four different properties, border radius properties that are set. See, once you click this arrow, see, you can see the border top left radius is 50%, border top right radius, border bottom right radius, border and bottom left radius, all 50%. So you just need to set that one line border radius and set that to that, you know, either in percentages or in pixels or some other unit. So like I said, like let's give this like a 0% or 0 pixels. So you can see it's a perfect square. Then you take half of the width and the height. That gives us 300 pixels. Which is 300 pixels. As you see, it's also a perfect circle. So it's either in the same unit. They're either this in the same unit that you had for the width and the height, or for the take the percentage off the width and the height. 50% is always going to be half. The border radius is going to always be half of the width and the height to make a circle. Then let's head over to border. Let's see, border radius generator. Okay, this is by Mozilla.org. They gave us a neat feature where this is a width and a height, 300 pixels. As I am dragging, this is all in pixels. Let's see. We can change the units. Percentage. I mean, this thing. No, just keep it as pixels. Don't really matter, but so like, since we know the width and the height, we take half of that, which is 150. You can also type it in here or drag it. As you can see, the vertical and horizontal lines of that corner is moving, and you see the tip of it, where both the horizontal lines and the vertical lines meet at that tip, and it moves and moves towards this, towards the center. Or you can, go as far as you want, but we want to take, the 1/4 of a circle, but essentially for the border radius, they meet at the center, so it's half of the width and the height of that tip, so it's going to be 150. So you see that tip, that tip at the meets halfway, and we do the same for the rest. So it moves towards. Okay, we can get it right. So you gotta drag it as I'm dragging it. My mouse cursor. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of tricky, but you can just also, type it in. 150. So I'm using a touchpad rather than a mouse, but if you use a mouse, it's easier to drag. Yes. So you can see it meets halfway. That's 1/4 of the circle. So you see as you can see, this is the horizontal lines and the vertical line that meets at the center. So all 4 corners points meet at the center. So that's they meet halfway, and that's what that means. then, okay, let's head over to, let's see, and this is another site, mathopenref.com. It showed you, it's not necessary, I just wanted to show you this site, but how you can calculate the arc length, and this is in math, but like as you can see, the arc length of this is 10 in whatever units it is, but you know, this is a 57 degrees angle and a 10 radius from A to Z. The radius of a circle will be the same all around, which means it's a perfect circle. But if you go back to the other site, you know, we can say that as the border radius, in this case, the border radius increases, you see as the arc length, the curve or the arc length increases. So you can say something like that in that statement. In this case, we wanted a perfect circle, so the radius all around would be the same, and that's something I wanted to show you in case you want to play with, know more about arc length and stuff like that. So yeah, this concludes our lesson. Thank you for watching. We have completed our lesson. You are welcome to subscribe, comment, and share. You may go to the discussion area for the requests about any web programming lessons or projects you would like me to show you.